Good evening. This is Akashvani Kohima. I'm Jonas Yantan with Evening News. The headlines. President Droupadi Murmu says Indian constitution enabled numerous silent revolutions. Lok Sabha takes a women's reservation bill for consideration and passing. 8 people killed in Tseminyu road accident. Chief Minister Neiphiu Rio announces ex-gratia of 2 lakh rupees each. And IDAN Chief Abu Metha stresses on unity over competition among northeast states. Now the news in detail. President Droupadi Murmu today said that the Indian constitution has enabled numerous silent revolutions in the field of gender justice and protection of life and dignity since its inception. Addressing the Conference of National Human Rights Institutions of the Asia-Pacific region in New Delhi, the President said, over the years the government has launched a number of ambitious schemes to ensure basic facilities like housing, toilets, education and health care, and thus protect the dignity of the poor. She said India has ensured a minimum of 33% reservation for women in local bodies elections. The President added that similar reservation for women in the state assemblies and national parliament is taking shape now, terming it the most transformative revolution in our times for gender justice. Lok Sabha today took up the women's reservation bill for consideration and passing. The bill seeks to provide 1/3 reservation to women in the Lok Sabha and state assemblies. Initiating the discussion, senior Congress leader Sonia Gandhi said her party supports this legislation. She demanded that the bill be implemented immediately with a sub-quota for SCs, STs and OBCs by conducting the caste-based census. Ganimuri Garunaniti of DMK also supported the bill but raised questions about its actual implementation. Rajiv Ranjan Singh of JDU said provisions must be made to provide reservation to other backward classes under the bill and alleged that the government is opposing the caste-based census. Supriya Sole of NCP also demanded the government to provide reservations for SC, ST and OBC. Echoing the same view, Dimple Yadav of the Samajwadi Party asked the question of whether the provisions of this bill will be applicable to Rajya Sabha and the Vidhan Parishad. Countering the allegations, BJP MP Dr. Nishikant Dubey said census and delimitation would be conducted and accordingly a reservation would be provided to the women. In a tragic accident early this morning, a Tata Sumo and a goods truck collided head-on, claiming the lives of 8 people. The Sumo was en route Mukuchung from Kohima. In a press release, additional SP and PRO Tseminyu Lanuaya said the police received the information around 7:55 a.m. and recovery teams were promptly dispatched to the scene. The police observed that a sand-laden LP truck heading to Kohima from Merapani collided with a Sumo, causing the Sumo to be dragged along the highway before falling off several feet below, completely crushed by the truck. One passenger was found alive, who however succumbed to injuries en route to Kohima. All dead bodies have been retrieved and handed over to their family members after legal formalities. A suo motu case has been registered and 3 individuals, including the truck driver and 2 others, were arrested. Chief Minister Neiphiu Rio has expressed profound grief over the tragic road accident in Tseminyu district that led to the loss of 8 lives today. Rio said the state government is providing all necessary assistance and announced an ex-gratia of 2 lakh rupees each for the deceased. He extended his deepest condolences to the bereaved families. Meanwhile, Deputy Chief Minister Y. Button and Tia Zeliang also condoled the families and loved ones of all the victims. This news comes to you from Akashvani, Kohima. You can also listen to this news bulletin on News On Air app and YouTube channel AIA News Kohima. Advisor to Chief Minister and Chairman of Investment and Development Authority of Nagaland, Abu Metha, has called for collaboration among the northeastern states, emphasizing on unity over competition. He said this today at a concluding session of the first Northeast States Chamber of Commerce and Industry Business Conclave at Nyatu Resort, Jumukidima. Metha said it is important to identify each other's strengths, understand weaknesses, and overcome differences to unite as one region. Underlining the key role of technology in transforming human lives, he urged government leaders, policymakers, and stakeholders to harness technology for improving living standards and efficient service delivery. Metha said a northeast geographical advantage allows it to become a gateway for both eastern and western regions. He added that tourism sector has great potential and could be a key driver of the region's economic growth. Metha further stressed on the importance of progress and equitable development across the region, aiming to create opportunities for the youth to excel in various fields. Assuring the delegates of the state government's support, Metha urged all to work together with a spirit of unity to contribute towards India's rise as a global power. The Union Ministry of External Affairs has issued an advisory for Indian nationals and students in view of growing anti-India activities and politically condoned hate crimes and criminal violence in Canada. It urged all Indian nationals in Canada and those contemplating travel to the country to exercise utmost caution. The ministry advised Indian nationals to avoid travelling to regions and potential venues in Canada that have seen such incidents. It said the Indian High Commission and Consulates General will continue to be in contact with the Canadian authorities to ensure the safety and well-being of Indian community in Canada. Given the deteriorating security environment in Canada, the ministry advised Indian students in particular to exercise extreme caution and remain vigilant. Nagaland Public Service Commission (NPSC) has declared written results of the Combined Technical Services Engineering Examination 2023. NPSC has informed selected candidates to submit attested copies as well as originals of their relevant documents from the 22nd till 29th of this month. Viva Voce will commence from 3rd of October. Details can be accessed from the Commission's website at www.npsc.nagaland.gov.in. Tribal Cooperative Marketing Development Federation of India is launching Phase 2 of the Promotion of Tribal Products for Northeast Region scheme from 21st September onwards. A press release today by the Union Minister of Tribal Affairs said, in this phase, 29 districts with teams of TRIFED, Northeastern Handicrafts and Handloom Development Corporation and State Administration will travel across the Northeast region to reach out to tribal artisans and showcase their cultural richness and heritage. In Nagaland, the districts of Longlang, Mon, Noglak, Beren and Zonuputo have been listed to hold the second phase of tribal artisans empanelment melas under the scheme this month. Dimapur Deputy Commissioner Sachin Jaiswal has urged local artisans and self-help groups to strive for competitiveness in the premium organic products sector. Inaugurating the 6th Regional Sale of Articles of Rural Artisans Society SARAS Fair today, Jaiswal said, while most Nagas are engaged in agriculture and related activities, challenges, lack of cold storage, market connections, and bulk production have led to high product prices. Jaiswal encouraged the artisans to obtain proper food safety certification, explore loans under the Chief Minister Microfinance Scheme, and actively participate in social media and diverse advertising platforms to reach global audience. The SARAS Fair is featuring 37 participants from 16 districts of Nagaland and includes one representative from Meghalaya. It will run till September 25. And now it's when the news. Here are the main points again. President Droupadi Murmu says Indian constitution enabled numerous silent revolutions. Lok Sabha takes up women's reservation bill for consideration and passing. 8 people killed in Tseminyu road accident. Chief Minister Neiphiu Rio announces ex-gratia of 2 lakh rupees each. And IDAN Chief Abu Metha stresses on unity over competition among northeastern states. That is all we have in this evening news bulletin. Good night.